Thank you, Congressman VC, for convening us on this very important conversation today. Y'all, I'm Congresswoman Nikema Williams, and I proudly represent Georgia's fighting 5th Congressional District, where we fight for our right to vote. I have the honor of serving in the seat of the late Congressman John Lewis, who served in this body for over 30 years. And as you've heard from our fellow co-chair, Congresswoman Terry Sewell, Congressman Lewis gave a little blood on the Edmund Pettus Bridge so I could serve in this body, so that we could have free maps and free and fair elections, so that everyone had a voice and a say in our democracy. Just last week, we had the John Lewis Day of Action to honor Congressman Lewis. And as we think about everything that he fought for and where we are today, Congresswoman Sewell, we might not be counting jelly beans in a jar, but make no mistake, the end results of what Republicans and Donald Trump are trying to do are the same thing: to suppress the right to vote for people in my district, people who look like me, people who have been historically marginalized from the electoral process. That's exactly what they're trying to do. But y'all, Republicans around the country, they're encouraged by the Trump administration. They're so afraid of their own ideas that they feel the need to silence the voices of the people just to win. They're afraid of what the American people would think about their policies, that they're trying to change the rules to their benefit. They're afraid to defend ripping food and medical care out of the hands of our most vulnerable neighbors. Republicans and Donald Trump are also afraid to let people have their voice heard, so they're working in advance to rig the outcome of the elections. But y'all, make no mistake, the Trump administration's policies are hurting people, and they're trying to force redistricting so that we can't hear the resounding voices of the American people rejecting their cruelty that Donald Trump is inflicting on our country. But we also need to be clear about what these redistricting proposals mean. They mean gutting the influence of people who live in cities. They mean gutting and diluting Black political power and other groups that have been historically marginalized in our political process. We need to be clear, and we need to make it plain. Republicans fundamentally believe that people who look like me and people who represent districts like mine, they don't deserve an equal right in our electoral process, and their votes don't matter. But let me be clear. I will continue to fight for the votes no matter where the fight comes from, everywhere from the halls of Congress to courtrooms to your local communities, because y'all, it is going to take all of us to push back and stop this. We have to make sure that we are working to build that beloved community that Congressman Lewis taught us about. Congressman Lewis, one of my favorite quotes was, because we know that everything is being thrown at us at one time. He said, let us not get lost in a sea of despair. Yes. Let us be optimistic, be hopeful, because our struggle is not the struggle of a day, a week, or a month. This is the struggle of a lifetime. And so just because we've already fought these battles, y'all, there is more work to be done, and I stand with you to continue to fight until we win justice and free and fair access for everyone. Thank you so much.